Hi and g'day, welcome to CruiseAway with Derek and Joe. We are your passport to the biggest and brightest holiday selection here in Oz. And we're here every single day.
Yes, welcome. Now, if you want something out of the ordinary for your next big adventure, then look no further. Here at CruiseAway, we've been scouring the whole cruise industry looking for those holidays that really do leave a lasting impression on your heart and soul.
Yeah, and that's why you've been trusting us to deliver the best service and incredible value in cruise and stay travel for over 2.5 decades. And we're working harder than ever to make dreams come true.
Now, let's show you exactly what we mean with two very different cruise getaways in this show with Holland America Line. Coming up later, a 16-night package cruising from Sydney to Auckland with highlights across Tasmania and New Zealand's stunning ports and fjords. But we'll start with an epic South Pacific crossing that includes a full circle cruise right around Australia.
And how about this for a holiday? 72 incredible nights.
Wow.
Wowzers. Now we're going to fly first from Sydney over to Seattle in the States, and we've got a 2-night hotel stay lined up there for you. Again, this is it feels like an untapped city. Not many people have been. It's amazing. There's so much there.
There's so much there. And of course, Seattle is the home of so much technology. Microsoft, for example, at the first Starbucks. You can head down to Fremont neighborhood with its public art and incredible sculptures, and then off to the waterfront to see Pike Place Market. It's an amazing sight to see the fishermen kind of throwing the fish across. Lots of craft, lots of craft industry things to buy. You'll then embark the Nordam for a 70-night back-to-back cruise departing from Seattle. Yes, we did just say 70 nights. And back-to-back meaning that you've got several cruises, of course, packed tightly together, which is wonderful. So that really enables you to see so much of the world in over 2 fabulous months. My goodness, this is going to be incredible. And I tell you what, the cruise line to do it on, in my opinion, is Holland America Line. Now, I'm a little bit biased because I did work with Holland America Line for many years, but it is just a wonderfully homely cruise line, all whilst retaining the quality, the prestige, the pedigree that you'd expect from cruising, from modern cruising. Like, the quality of food is superb on Holland America Line. It always feels so fresh and vibrant. And of course, when you're on a cruise ship, everything is made fresh daily. Freshly baked bread and cakes. You have fresh gelato. You have, of course, locally sourced produce. And that's something that Holland America Line are really attuned with, from the different regions of the world, particularly, well, they're actually a Seattle-based cruise line. So you've also got lots of, thoughtfully sourced wines, and you have sommeliers on board that are just well-versed in this. Now, if you really want to do something special, I'd recommend the Neptune Lounge, a Neptune suite. So you might be celebrating an anniversary, a big birthday, or a family reunion, whatever it might be, or just life. Honestly, you don't need an excuse, do you? You can do the Neptune Lounge and have a Neptune suite, and you'll have your own concierge. You'll get canapes daily, coffee machine. They can do all your bookings for you, so you don't even have to go down to main reception. I love it. It really is special. And so is the whole experience of being on board Holland America Line, where their focus is on cruising and voyaging and enrichment along the way. So think about some well-chosen lectures to support your destinations, not just for your shore excursions, but also they bring on lecturers that are, well-versed in the different places that you'll be visiting. At Lincoln Center Station, you're going to see some really amazing music on board Holland America Line, as it is the beating heart of this cruise line. BB King's is wonderful. Now, we're going to be enjoying 70 nights departing Seattle, starting with a few days at sea into Hilo, Hawaii, where you can explore the lush landscapes, waterfalls, and volcanic terrain, and stroll through Hilo's tropical gardens or visit the farmers market there. That would be a lovely thing to do. What a stunning island this is. Next up, we're into Honolulu. It's the capital of Hawaii on Oahu, where you can see historic sites such as Pearl Harbor. You can enjoy Waikiki. There's a lovely lagoon right there in Waikiki, just swimming as well. Just fantastic. Next up, we are into Nawiliwili on Kauai, actually. Kauai is known as the Garden Isle. It's famous for its lush cliffs, its hidden beaches, and the dramatic scenery which you see right there. Perhaps take the secret Kauai waterfall and botanic Botanic Trails tour. Then we're into Kona, where you can experience the famous coffee plantations. That's something I'd really recommend. The Kona Coffee and Lava Coast Exploration Tour is a great one to do. You'll get to go to a local coffee farm and sample the fresh beans. We're into Christmas Island next up in Kiribati, and you have an overnight on board here. This is a remote island with unique wildlife, incredible beaches, and gorgeous coral lagoons. Now, because you're staying there overnight too, you'll get to explore the night markets, which is a really fun part of it, but head to the national park during the day for sure. We are into Papeete and Tahiti next. Now, it's the capital, and you have incredible colourful markets and lagoon front. You can see right there. I mean, this is, for me, this is the definition of paradise, Tahiti. Everybody says it. Then we're into Moorea in French Polynesia, where you can enjoy not only, of course, the famous marine life on offer, and you can go and actually feed the stingrays, which I think would be a wonderful experience. They're very friendly. They're like cats. Trust me, I've done it. Next up, we're into Raiatea, the sacred island, and this is a really great place to explore Polynesian heritage. And you might want to do the Raiatea Lagoon and Marae sites, where you get to visit the ancient Marae ceremonial sites, which are the grave sites basically. Ratonga's next up in the Cook Islands, and this is a great place to get out and enjoy the reef, because you are going to see unrivaled tropical reef in this part of the world. So snorkel, glass bottom kayak, catamaran, float plane, and then we're to Vavu in Tonga. This is actually a great one for whale watching. So if you'd like to book a tour, get the Whale Encounter in Hidden Bays tour. That's a small boat adventure you can book with Holland America Line, and you can spot humpback whales and marine life. We're next up into Nuku'alofa in Tonga, which is a great place to explore the local culture. The Villages and Hidden Coast tour would take you there and enable you to get that cultural immersion and interaction with the locals. Then it's Bay of Islands on New Zealand, which is known for its stunning coves, its microclimate too, and its Maori heritage. And to learn more about that, head to the Rewa's Village on tour or the Waitangi Treaty Ground excursion to learn all about that one. Auckland's next, and the harbour city, of course, is just beautiful with volcanic landscapes, and there's 50 volcanoes in that region. But you've got lots of great local markets to enjoy in Auckland, and fabulous coffee shops as well. Wellington's next, and is the cultural capital of New Zealand, you know, fondly known as, with lots of gardens and lovely waterfronts to explore. Maybe take the hidden Wellington walk and craft beer tour whilst you're there to learn all about that. Now we're into Sydney for the start of the second cruise, and of course this will give you a little cheeky day in Sydney. Maybe you're a local, maybe you're not, but it's a novelty to have the ship docked on Sydney Harbour and to actually just get to take the photos as close as you can get, isn't it? It's Brisbane next. Of course, Brisbane's undergone a lot of development over the last decade, and there's loads of wonderful outdoor markets and you know, newly developed South Bank parklands, which is fantastic. Take the hidden Brisbane laneways and river cruise whilst you're there. We're into Townsville next, and it's the tropical gateway, isn't it, to reefs and islands. So you're not far from the reef, but this is also a great place to visit Magnetic Island and see some of the lovely hidden beaches on offer there. It's a ferry included in that tour. Then it's Cairns. And of course, this is going to give you prime access to the Barrier Reef. But at the same time, you've got Daintree Rainforest. So you might want to head on up to the Kuranda Railway or the Barron Gorge National Park to see some incredible wildlife. We're into Alatau in Papua New Guinea next up, which is an incredibly remote port, but it has a lot of history associated with it as well. So you might want to take the cultural village and lagoon exploration while you're there. You can paddle through the lagoons and enjoy the tropics and visit local villages. It's Kerawina Island in Papua New Guinea, and this is where you can actually get to do, explore the Trobriand cultural area, where you can visit, again, small villages and see the ceremonial sites and tradition of these ports. We're into the Conflict Islands next, and one really popular thing to see here is the little turtles, and you can do a turtle interaction tour, which gets you up close and personal with these incredible marine creatures, which would be fantastic. Darwin's next, in the top end, where you might want to do the hidden Kakadu wetlands tour, and I think that would be fascinating because you get to visit remote wetlands and also Aboriginal rock art sites, which so few have seen, really. Broom's next on the itinerary, gateway to the Kimberley, of course, where the desert meets incredible ocean scenery. Now, the Cable Beach and Hidden Trails tour comes highly recommended here, where you get to enjoy hidden beaches and spot the wildlife and enjoy the desert along. Then it's Exmouth. Now, Ningaloo Reef is what this part of the world is famous for, and you can see the imagery is incredible. You might want to do the secret snorkel tour there, where you can swim with the coral and tropical fish. Amazing. Fremantle, we have an overnight on board in Fremantle. You know, I think a trip to Fremantle is not complete without visiting the famous prison, and you might want to do the laneways and breweries tour. Now, because we're there a little bit longer, remember you can explore into the evening and do maybe a sunset sail as well. That would be wonderful, wouldn't it? We're into Albany next, and this is where you really get to explore the rugged coastal scenery and natural beauty of this part of the world. The Torindip National Park is the one to see here, with those dramatic cliff trails and secluded beaches and natural rocks to see. Then it's Adelaide and City, which is a gateway to of course, the Barossa Valley. So if you love your wine, this is going to be a prime opportunity to see it. And Jacobs Creek, not too far away as well, or do a spot of shopping in the 20-minute city. Next up, it's Kangaroo Island, and this is a place of raw, natural, unabashed beauty, and you might want to do the secluded wildlife and beaches tour. Now, you might get to see kangaroos, koalas, and seals whilst you're on this tour, which would be unforgettable, I think. And then it's Melbourne, and of course known for the vibrant arts and culture. It is our cultural capital, isn't it? Maybe head on out to the Great Ocean Road. You can do, again, an organised excursion, which will take you out there and see some of the top sites. Then it's Phillip Island, where, you know, you've got to see the little penguins whilst you're there. Or perhaps head to the wildlife park and do a spot up on the Sky Trail too, for some amazing views over the entire Phillip Island. Then we're into Hobart. We've got an overnight on board, which is a real nice gateway for you to Tasmania's rich heritage. Now, you can take an evening stroll along the waterfront because you'll have time there and enjoy dinner at a local restaurant. And Hobart does boast some of the best restaurants, as we know, in Oz. I mean, they are beautiful, aren't they? Then we're into Port Arthur, and this is where you really get to, again, explore more of the convict history, if that's something you want to learn more about, or just enjoy the remarkable cave. And getting out on excursion is the best way to see these ports because it's guided. Then we're going to cruise into Sydney after 70 nights on board this incredible adventure. Wow. And here's an overview of everything you're going to be seeing. Of course, starting off in Seattle with a couple of days there, then into Hawaii, and then some of the most amazing sites in New Zealand, Australia, Papua New Guinea, and then of course up to Darwin before we cruise back into some more familiar territory. And you disembark with so many stories to tell and so much adventure having experienced.
Well, Jo, I think you deserve an Olympic medal.
Oh, thank you.
Because I have to say, I would rather go on this adventure than talk you through the adventure, because that was a lot of places. That's a lot of incredible highlights. Oh my word. I mean, I don't even know where to begin, to be honest. I was following everything intently. I was looking at the maps. I was looking at all the places. Jo's given us some incredible ideas of things to do there as well. It looks exceptional. And remember, this is a back-to-back cruise as well. So if you want to look at it in more details, you can pop that number into our website and you'll get the full rundown. And of course, we're roughly in the middle of the cruise. We come back into Sydney for the day. That denotes the end of the first cruise, the start of the second. So you can choose if you want to break them down and just do the circumnavigation around Australia. You can do that in isolation if you want to, packaged up as well. Or, I mean, this is one of those kind of go big or go home adventures, isn't it? It's the kind of adventure that we specialise in here at CruiseAway. 7 weeks of cruising. Now, I make that sound like a big thing, because for me, I could never spend that time. I could never sign myself out of work for that amount of time to actually go cruising. For you, you might think 7 weeks, phew, that's nothing. We've done longer than that time and time again. But what an amazing and incredible adventure this is going to be. Now, your package price includes your flight Sydney to Seattle with a 2-night hotel stay there. And then the rest of it is all of this amazing wonderful full board Holland America Line cruise across the South Pacific to the Hawaiian Islands, all the way around French Polynesia, the Cook Islands, New Zealand, and then a full circumnavigation around Australia and Tasmania. And you're sitting there now thinking, right, you're saying this really slowly and taking a long time because the price is going to be like 30 grand each. Have a look at this. This, remember, is what we do here at CruiseAway. This is a massive holiday, one of our biggest. Shy of the full world cruises, this is one of the biggest adventures that we have got on the CruiseAway calendar for 2026. Deposits available, of course, because this is the back end of the year. And remember, when you're on board with Holland America Line, oh my word, the adventure. First of all, the amazing accommodation. So homely, so comfortable, everything you there. Nice muted colours, nice artwork around as well. Everything you need in a big bathroom. And you've got included dining all day, every day, including 24 hours complimentary room service. It's part of your fare. There's the pools to go and enjoy, the lounges, the bars, the musical entertainment, and the big stage shows, all included, plus activities and enrichment, the team on board. Honestly, there's so much. You will absolutely have the time of your life. And here is everything that is included as you spend 10 weeks cruising to amazing destinations that you don't have to go to them, they come to you. You sleep and you wake up and a new destination has arrived. That's why amazing cruising is just the holiday that everyone should be doing. And this holiday really does include so much as you take a well-earned escape, going to enjoy and discover new places. Remember, this is a double cruise adventure as well. Book today. The ship, remember, has a passenger number of less than 2,000, so this unique sailing will be booking up very, very quickly. If you have any questions whatsoever, please do just give us a call. You've got the number on the screen, 1300 407 687. That's a toll-free number to call, and you can call us 7 days a week as well. When it comes to CruiseAway, I tell you what, deals like this, you know that when you are calling us, you really are in safe hands.
With over 25 years of travel experience, when booking with CruiseAway, you're dealing with the cruise specialists. We can tailor-make the perfect holiday for you, adding hotel stays and exciting land tours so you can fully immerse yourself in the destinations you're visiting. We allow you to spread the cost of your holiday. Just pay a deposit today and then you have until the due date to pay your balance. You can browse our deals online at cruiseaway.com.au or call us toll-free and speak to one of our experienced cruise consultants based right here in Australia. Plus, as a fully accredited member of CLIA, AFTA and ATAS, you have total confidence and complete peace of mind when booking with us. CruiseAway, you know you want to.
I'm still getting over that first trip, aren't you? Honestly, incredible.
Yeah.
Listen, we are talking Holland America Line in this show, and we have all of their cruises available, which are many and plenty and fascinating all the way around the world, and for all dates as well. So whether you fancy a late deal or you're looking 2 years into the future, we have just the answer, don't we?
Yes. And next up, we have an early bird opportunity for a 60-night package with Holland America Line for February in 2027. And it's on board the Noordam for 2 weeks as we cruise to New Zealand, out of Sydney. So let's get back on board, shall we? Beautiful ship she is. Now, the Noordam is a Vista class Holland America Line, so there's lots of space to languish, to enjoy. It feels like you never have to wait for anything when you're on Vista class Holland America Line. You know, the passenger ratio's small considering the size of the ship, to be honest, at around 2,000, but less than 2,000. So you're going to find that the service is excellent, and it is always something that Holland America Line pride themselves on. You know, whether you're enjoying just kicking back in the solarium or heading up to the spa to have a lovely treatment, which you could be booking if you wanted every single day of your cruise. And by the way, when you're in port, they do offer you promotions where you might get a little cheeky discount on port days. So maybe your excursion finishes, like it's a short one, you're going to come back on board the ship for lunch, and you can take advantage of those things as well, which is great. But everything with that Holland America line of flair, which means nothing's too much trouble for the incredible staff on board. A real highlight of culinary arts as well. They have a whole culinary arts program as part of their explorations program, where they have the executive chef, you know, cooking dishes, and you get to go and learn about it, and then have a recipe card to take home as well. In fact, they have something called a party planner on board, who you know, offers you lots of fun classes that you can maybe pick up a new skill to take back home and impress your friends at your next dinner party. You know, that's the great thing of being on a cruise. You really have the time to do these things that maybe at home, you know, whether you're retired or not, you might just find so much to do around your house that you never actually get the chance to do those hobbies or those passions. And that's the great thing about cruising, isn't it?
Do you know something that doesn't happen in cruising that probably should right now? And I know this is going to sound very, very sexist, but maybe if they did like classes and lessons in things like how to tidy up and things like that, that would be good for us boys, wouldn't it?
I'd like
do
that
that
too.
On holiday. We might actually stick with it.
You
You
don't
never
need
know.
that class.
Right, let's set off then out of Sydney for our 2-week cruise.
Yeah, first up, we're heading into Melbourne, and the Yarra Valley Winery is a great place to visit here, or Healesville Sanctuary. Some incredible wildlife there up in the mountains, or maybe head up to the Dandenongs and see some of the incredible craft stores on offer. Next up, it's Hobart, and you might want to enjoy some of the lovely waterfront in Hobart, or head on out on tour to Hidden Hobart and the Mona Adventure, which will actually take you to the Museum of Old and Modern Art whilst you're out on tour. Then we cruise through Fiordland National Park. Dramatic fjords and towering cliffs await, with incredible waterfalls and that pristine wilderness that we'd expect from this part of the world, through Milford, Doubtful and Dusky Sound. I mean, these are going to be unforgettable views for you. Then it's Dunedin, and this is a historic city with a Scottish heritage and wildlife. You might want to do the Hidden Dunedin on Otago Peninsula tour, where you get to explore secluded coves and hidden gardens and see albatross and penguin colonies. Then it's Timaru, lovely coastal town. We don't see this very often on itineraries. Lots of nice farmland nearby. The Secret Coastal Walk and Local Farm tour could take you there actually, and you can learn about these boutique farms and have some produce tasting as well. Then it's Christchurch. Now, Christchurch has got beautiful architecture and lovely gardens. There's some interesting street art as well. You might want to take the Botanic Trail and learn all about that whilst you're there. Next up, it's Wellington. It is a very vibrant capital, Wellington, and known for its incredible cafes and boutiques and great waterfront. And in fact, take a little wander, maybe with a guide, to learn the ins and outs of this city. Then it's Napier, and this beautiful Art Deco town is known for its incredible vineyards. And in fact, you might want to do the Hidden Napier and wine tasting tour. So you'll get to go out to some of the wineries there, like Hawke's Bay. Then we're into Tauranga, and known for its Maori culture, it's also a great spot for visiting Rotorua. So, you know, you might want to take a specific tour to Rotorua or head to the Potu Giza yourself. Then we're going to be cruising into Auckland, where we'll disembark for a 2-night hotel stay, which is wonderful. 2 nights is a good amount of time to explore Auckland, and you might want to explore the city's hidden corners on your first day. Maybe take a wander around the waterfront. You can do some paddle boarding there. Take a ferry perhaps to a nearby island, or visit some of the great artisan markets on offer. And then, as you saw, you can do zip lining, you can do lots of outdoor adventure stuff in Auckland, which is just wonderful.
You can jump off the bridge.
You can absolutely jump off the bridge. And then we're going to fly you back to Oz after this incredible adventure, not venturing too far from home, which is wonderful, but still seeing so many incredible terrains.
And you don't have to do the bungee jump off the bridge. It's not compulsory, don't worry. You can just enjoy the time with both feet on the ground. Although the zip line did look rather good fun.
Love a zip line.
Yeah, that would be quite nice to do. I've just been looking as well. I've just been looking on some of the menus for the restaurants on board the ship. Oh my word, lovely. Also nice to know that when you book And this will apply to that first offer we did as well, which was the 10-night cruise, that actually dining, you can have it two different ways actually. You can have it completely open dining in, you go when you please, anytime between just after 5 and 9 o'clock, or you can go traditional, you know, early, late sittings for dinner. It's completely up to you, because if you've got, you know, if you've had a busy day out in port, you might think, oh, I'm not sure when I want to dine. I want to do that at my leisure. I don't want to have to be at places at certain times. So you've got that lovely flexibility. I knew there would be. It's Holland America Line. They make it so easy for you. And this is a lovely trip over 16 nights. Book it today and lock it in at an early bird price tag with a deposit with us. And actually, do you know what? This price here, you know that is heavily discounted. You know that is a grabbable deal right now. I know we're talking about the end of February in 2027, but a low deposit freezes that price for you and guarantees the holiday, which is brilliant. So be as quick as you possibly can to claim it. And here's everything that's included for you. Remember, when you've got such a good price now, when the cruise has just been launched, it is worth thinking about your upgrade, because either way, you've got a low deposit to lock it in right now. So if you want that lovely ocean view, or the lovely balcony where you can open the doors and let the fresh air in and take a seat out, have your morning coffee, have your breakfast delivered, room service included, of course, right the way through your cruise. What an amazing opportunity this is. And remember, it's early birds, and we get the choice of the best cabins by booking early as well for you. And of course, you'll be enjoying the wonders of New Zealand, including the stunning Fiordland National Park. You've got Christchurch and Wellington and so many other highlights in there too. Plus, at the end of the cruise, a 2-night hotel stay in Auckland before your flight home to Sydney or another city maybe. Let us know if you want to fly elsewhere other than Sydney. Call us right now. 1300 407 687 is the free toll-free number to call. And the team are here standing by to answer any of your cruising questions 7 days a week. Because you know what? You would never think of the things that occur to people as they're thinking about their cruise. You know, you've got one even booked. Maybe you've not cruised that many times before. You've got one booked, and like 3 months before you go, you think, oh, I wonder what happens to so-and-so and so-and-so and so-and-so. What happens here? What do I need for that?
Yeah.
You can just call with those questions. Yeah. Absolutely fine.
Well, we are like your very own personal travel concierges.
Yes.
And the wonderful thing about a cruise is you do not have to think of the ins and outs, the connections, all of this stuff that you'd have to do normally yourself, because it's all done for you. The destinations come to you. It's just the best way to travel. It really is. And, you know, with offerings really close to home as well, nothing's to stop you taking one cruise straight out of Oz that sails on to somewhere else. You connect another one, you get all the way over to Europe. You don't even have to go in an aeroplane. I love that idea.
Yeah, it is really superb. And if you take that first offer, for example, 10 weeks of cruising.
Wow.
Oh,
yes.
Give that one a real thought.
Yeah.
Because it's well worth doing.
Yeah.
If you can. Listen, call us if we can help you with anything cruising, and come back and see us again, because we cruise away right here every day. See you soon.
See you soon.